Epstein sexually exploited and abused dozens of minor girls at his homes in Manhattan, New York, and Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah, no, he raped me. Forcefully raped me.
34 times. 34 times billionaire Jeffrey Epstein violated his sex offender check-in order. Meanwhile, let's refresh our memory on some other instances, such as, remember that time Meek Mill was thrown behind bars for popping a wheelie while on parole? And not to forget Khalif Browder, who was left to rot on Rikers Island while awaiting trial for a crime he didn't commit. But sure, that privilege thing is just a made-up myth. According to a New York Post report, Epstein was supposed to check in with New York City police officers every 90 days since he was registered as a sex offender in 2011, but he never showed up at all. When the check-in requirement was set, a judge rebuked NYPD claims that, well, he didn't have to check in since his primary residence was at the time in the Virgin Islands. Well, she said, I'm sorry, he may have to come here every 90 days, but he can give up his New York home if he does not want to do that. Epstein, of course, didn't give up his New York home, so he continued to stay unopposed. He could have been assaulting girls during that time, and the police would never have known because they didn't care enough to check.
What hurts even more so is that if I wasn't afraid to come forward sooner, then maybe he wouldn't have done it to other girls.
Meanwhile, you just need to pull back the surface layer on the very same system and you'll find millions of people across the country are stuck behind bars for showing up late to a parole hearing or maybe missing one. Especially in New York, where people on parole are required to do regular check-ins and parole officers can search their residences and places of employment at any time, especially if they have missed any check-in. And let's talk about racial discrepancy in that very same system, shall we? Because the reports are staggering. A Columbia report found that black people on parole are 12 times more likely to be detained for a violation than a white person. So does that not include sexual predators who failed to check in 34 times? Would some not say that's considered more of an immediate threat? Well, I guess not, because the kid glove treatment given to Epstein is inherently one of the most blatantly obvious cases of privilege playing a major role in the treatment of someone by the justice system than you will find anywhere. From striking a sweetheart plea deal with the US attorneys in Miami, permitting him to work release resulting in very little jail time, to a Manhattan district attorney asking that Epstein be given a low-risk level 1 sex offender status at the height of his trial. I mean, Jesus Christ. How can anyone in their right mind turn a blind eye to such disparity when it's as clear as black and white? And all I can say is thank God for the work of the Miami Herald, because the way they were treating him continuously through this system, who knows what could be going on right now. For more on this, you can come over to my Instagram at Francis M. Maxwell, and you can tweet me on Twitter at Francis M. Maxwell. Also, like and share the video. Support independent media at tyt.com/join. Did you know that TYT Network is now available on YouTube's new streaming platform, YouTube TV? Get access to full TYT episodes and exclusive shows by signing up for YouTube TV today. All new subscribers get a 7-day free trial, so head over to youtube.tv and search for the TYT Network channel.